Okay, as alluded to in the last video, the next deck I want to take out is Zealot. I don't think it's worth it in Zealot to play any of the learn cards, so my sideboard is just my best of 3 sideboard, so it's not going to be in a factor. This is kind of where I landed the latest deck. The only changes, so I don't think this deck can trigger the Tragic Slip enough that you would want it. I think Fiery Temper is probably the removal spell that this deck wants the most, since it pairs well with Bitter Union. But really, the removal spell of choice for this deck is attacking with the Gouged Zealot when it's turned on. So the whole combo here, if you're unfamiliar, is you give it Perpetual Death Touch with this card while you have the Zealot in hand. And then just make sure you have Delirium, so when it attacks, it deals 1 damage, and the 1 damage is Death Touch, so it kills every creature every turn it attacks with. So the weaknesses of this deck is normally in post board, best of 3, you have to be worried about maintaining your Delirium against graveyard removal. And then the other biggest weakness of the deck, and why I like playing the creatures control decks more, is because this folds to a 3 damage removal spell at instant speed. And so we do have some counters and a Hexproof spell to get this guy through, and then both of these cards can buff up the toughness to get him over a potential burn. But that's the overall weakness. But I think this deck is strong, like I was alluding to before, a proactive game plan where I'm gonna search out the combo with my Faceless Agent, searching up the Familiar or the Zealot, and then I'm gonna land it and I'm gonna attack in. And then I also have this backup plan of Ardent Elementalist with Wonder and Death, perpetually recurring whatever best spell, which there's not that many because, again, I want to be triggering Delirium, so I have a lot of other spell types like enchantments and artifacts, but I still have a lot of good selection of random instants and sorceries to bring back with the Elementalists. You know what? Just thinking about it right now, I probably just want more removal. Against the random field of best of 1, I probably just want to hedge toward playing more removal. So it seems weird that your combo is going to remove all the creatures anyways. Why do you need to remove it? It's just this attacking by turn 5 at the earliest. This can make you speed up, where you can attack a little bit earlier by ramping out the Zealot, or this can give it haste. Is still slow for this format, actually. So there's plenty of decks that can put enough pressure on that wiping, plague winding the opponent on turn 5 is not good enough. So it's amazing where Magic has come. But let's take this out for a spin. Another thing I like doing, playing these types of decks in. Oops. Forgot to claim my word. So spoilers if you haven't watched the previous video. All right, let's change this deck. I was about to say that since this is Midweek Magic, I kind of want to be an ambassador for the format and just show how kind of diverse it can be. And so I think this is kind of relatively obscure, where you wouldn't know about this combo unless you kind of have played the format before. So this is nice that I have 2 ramp cards. This is probably the strongest sorcery to give yourself Delirium that's in red. You definitely can dip into other colors to get stronger sorceries to play, but I think this is probably pretty strong. So let's go ahead and prepare for turn 2 Wildfire into probably a turn 3 Wildfire again, and just set up my mana, and then I can start Bitter Reunion. Actually, it looks like I'm probably going to want to Bitter Reunion into Fiery Temper next turn. So let's Cleansing Wildfire for a swamp then. Take action. I only have 1 swamp and 1 island because of the Cleansing Wildfire. And then I have plenty of red mana. Or do I have plenty of red mana? I have 1, 2 in play, and then I have 2 more. Sure, I think that's plenty. So let's go ahead and remove the creature and stem the flow with Bitter Union into Fiery Temper. So I got kind of both my combos. So, I mean, this combo is a lot easier to set up because I have 9 indestructible lands in the deck. But this combo is pretty hard to assemble. My thinking there is this card is necessary in the deck, again, to speed up the deck, and then this card is just fine. And then I have a really good target. Just going to make sure it's not tapping me out of my red. So he's a mutate deck, which is a little bit scary because the mutate can get a little bit big for my removal spells, but again, I have the game plan of Plague Winding the opponent. So let's go ahead and filter another land out of the deck, just to make it that much more likely that I can finally draw my things. And I have Delirium already. No, I need an artifact or... Well, I have Delirium if I count this as... Oh, I don't have Delirium anymore. So he is Sultai Mutate. So if I wasn't even thinking that anyone would be playing Bojuka Bog. If I was thinking about that, I probably would have held my tap land or my sack land. Let's see. Let's go ahead and run this out first. So let's do that. Let's tap out to keep my red untapped. Take action. There we go. Okay, I don't have the other one in play. Bitter Union. I think I'm fine. Go ahead and running this out, discarding the Mistvault Bridge. So getting started on my Delirium again, and then this has it's a 3 and 7 or a 4 and 7 chance of getting it, because it has a 3 and 7 chance of getting itself and a 4 and 7 chance of getting the other card that I have the most of the creature types, which is the Zealot, the namesake of the deck. So next turn I'm going to Faceless Agent into my Familiar, and then I will have the combo set up. And playing against a deck that's going to be playing Security Bypass, he probably doesn't have removal. So this is boding well, because I don't think he can kill me over the next one attack. And then I think I shut him out because I don't think he... Oh, he does have haste creatures, I guess, with his little guy. All right. All right, so I don't think I dilly-dally. I just go ahead and run it out there. See if the opponent knows what's up. I guess he's playing blue, so he could potentially play... Oh, I forgot about this chance of happening. So let's play this one again. So now it's I have a 4 and 6 chance. So that was only a 2 and 6 chance of happening, which is unfortunate, but it does happen. So I'm probably chumping this one. Doesn't have trump. Oh wait, I can't chump it if it attacks alone. So the opponent has a chance. So I still let's see. Do I have enough? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I still don't have enough to play the agent into the Zealot, or into the Familiar, into the Zealot, and give it haste. So, but if I draw the Zealot blindly, I can clean up the board. So let's hope for that. I still look like I will have another turn of living. So even if I don't draw the Zealot, I'll hit it by the second Faceless Agent, guaranteed. So this is one issue with the Faceless Agents. You want to play a lot of them because you want to be able to find your Familiar and your Zealot, but the fact that they hit themselves, which I think is a recent change to how MTGA handles the Changeling type with seeking a creature type of the most prevalent creature type. But yeah, so let's see if I can get it with this one. Drawing the Dispel is nice because even the opponent has a counter spell for my Zealot or a kill spell for my Zealot, I'm still protected. So I'm feeling good about how this game is shaping up. I don't think opponent's deck is going to be prepared to deal 4 points of hasty damage. So, it's boding well for me. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and attack. Maybe my opponent wastes some spells, removal, something on these agents. Sure, he's curious what the hell I'm fetching with this. But I think I'll probably give away the game once I play the familiar. Maybe not. Like I said, this is a pretty obscure combo. It's only on MTGA and really only relevant for Pauper MTGA. I don't think it's playable in any other format, even like Artisan with uncommons. I think this is just so not what you want to be doing. All right. Does this resolve? Yes. Okay. I'm looking good. I have a Dispel to protect myself from random shenanigans. Let's go ahead and clean up his graveyard just in case that matters. And for those of you wondering, I do have ability to get Delirium because I'm going to throw an enchantment into the yard after I play this and give it haste. So, okay, so can he make this guy big enough to be lethal? So he needs to add 4 power. That's not lethal. And if he attacks with both, then I'll be able to block the Great Horn. So I don't think he realizes now I can block the Great Horn, or maybe he's hoping that I can miss it. Okay, that's fine. 2 damage is better than... Oh, I forgot that he had that ability. he's still a Ginger Brute at heart. All right, 2 life against deck. So he does have 2 more Ginger Brutes in his deck, presumably. So a little bit scary. Hopefully maybe he discards one right now and doesn't realize how clutch it's going to be. Unfortunate. All right. So I probably need to just hold a removal spell eventually. So let's... he's tapped out. I'm just doing this to try to draw into a removal spell to see if I want to play a bridge this turn or an untapped land. Okay. Then nothing, so let's just go ahead and play a tapped land. Let's do this. Let's see if we got a reader. Or maybe the opponent knows what's going on. All right. He's hovering over it. This is always exciting. So I think the opponent's realizing that it's going to be pretty tough for him to come back, but he does have cards that can allow it. The Ginger Brute into hasty attack can get around me, and I have no defense for that. I have no cards with haste in my deck, so I just have to kill him this turn. I don't think the opponent's BMing. I think he has something to do. So I think he's thinking about killing my Zealot and then whether he can race me. Let's see. Having another Bitter Reunion means that I'm probably in a very strong position pretty much no matter what. The fact that he's taking this long, I don't think he has, Brute into Embrace or Brute into Great Horn attack. So it's not that. Okay. Turn. Let's see. Just in case he has other removal. Let's see. I have no instance. So let's see if I can bait out playing a Dispel right now. Okay. Let's go ahead and play out one more just to make sure we kill the opponent. Oh, I forgot I had. I was looking for instants. I wasn't looking for sorceries. All right, let's go ahead and hasty boy it up. All right, is this lethal, opponent? Yes, it is. All right, GG's. All right, let's do another round. So it was a little bit scary there with unblockable guys, but yeah, just without any burn type damage, the deck is in a pretty commanding spot, and we've got our 3 wins, but we're doing a lot more than that. So I always like that it increments your wins, so you can see how much you overdid it by. So we'll see by the end of this. Unfortunately, I'm going to be pretty busy in these next couple days, so it just landed on an unfortunate time of the week to have to be the Historic Pauper available. So now I still have my combo, my ramp spell with Indestructible Land. So I see that. I'm pretty happy. Nice part about these spells is they fix your lands. They do well. Sorry, I don't know this card. Okay, so won't be blocking that. And then we got the other combo. So I'm just getting really lucky with drawing these random combos. So it looks like a mono red aggro deck. So just this drawing into this actually is really fortuitous. This card is even though I'm not giving any poison, without Corrupted is actually pretty reasonable spell too. All right, let's ramp into a swampy swamp. Take action. Get my swamp out of the deck. Oops. All right. Ooh, another removal spell. This is looking very, very good. So Bitter Union into Fiery Temper. And then if I draw an untapped red, then I can Voltaic Surge. And since this deck wants to be casting these red spells early on, especially this one, I favor, that's why I only have 1 swamp and 1 island in the deck, is I really want the untapped red at the very beginning of the game. Well, not at the very beginning, on turn 2 is the really important time to have it. Alright, I'll just take out his Ronin. Although all these cards are pretty miserable for him. I think, again, this is someone kind of grabbing all of their common playables that pass the filter and just throwing all the mono. Yeah, so I think he just chose all of the 1-drop red spells and then just, yeah, Suffocating Fumes or whatever would be like an instant concede. Yeah, looks like, yeah, he literally like filtered red 1-drop spells. Which he might beat me. I mean, I'm going to get a couple blockers in play. A couple blockers, maybe not. Maybe 1 blocker. Or maybe I ramp. The reason why I don't really want to play this is I want to save this for the turn I do it. So I might ramp into double removal spell. Which seems reasonable. I can also Faceless Agent to try to draw my Zealot faster. But I think I'm just crushing this game if I just kill his creatures. Maybe I don't even need a Cleansing Wildfire. Maybe I just kill everything and use my Anoint as well. Yeah, I like that. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of these. So, bye-bye. No, submit 0. It's been so long I played with Voltaic Surge, I actually forgot that it does that. Freaks me out. Which one do I not want in his graveyard? Whatever. Another Gold Town's in his graveyard already, so we'll just leave that one. Then we'll kill the Firebrand. And we'll be set up for next turn. But I forgot that this does damage to things that are blocking it. I'll have to block it with the Faceless Agent and then trade it off. Alright. Let's go ahead and guess. Yeah, let's Faceless Agent. If I draw the Duder, the Zealot, yep, there it goes. So then I can just play this, and then I'll have the Zealot next turn. I don't have to ramp at all. Alright. Can he do Oh, that's gonna be very scary, especially because the 1 damage is also gonna add to the trample ability. So do I take it? He has possible Infuriate. So this Plaguecrafter doesn't prevent much. This already has trample. So actually this just prevents 1 damage, so it doesn't really do much to block that one. Yeah. So he probably is going to get me down to 2 life with this attack. Potentially I wanted to keep the agent alive at 1 less life to have a slightly quicker clock, so I'm not so on the edge of dying. So I'll keep my Plague Familiar back on the off chance he has another Hasty Boy. Alright, give me my Delirium. Kill your creature. So another deck that has a lot of haste stuff, so it's unfortunate. So next turn I'm just going to ramp. Yep, that's game. Burn and haste. Weakness for this deck. So even though I got the combo out, it's just too late. Alright, I think I'll do the same thing as the last one. I'll do 3 games. Or three games. Just to give a flavor of the deck against 3 different other decks, hopefully. And then we'll keep moving through the variety of historic Pauper options there are. So this deck this time I don't have the combo of the indestructible land with my I was thinking this was Cleansing Wildfire. I go first. I have basically a redraw with this, and then I can find my familiar. I think this is actually good enough. It stinks that I can't use my first turn. I'm not doing anything to get a tap land into play, but I think, and there's another redraw. So with all these redraws, I think I'll be able to get my colors on board, and so there's one of the colors. And this could be getting fixing as well. Okay, so we're against looks like mono white so far. Might be mono white enchantments. So the scariest card from them is I probably should have drawn before I played my tap line, but whatever. So no blue yet. So the scariest card is Ethereal Armor. So especially because this counts as an enchantment for the Ethereal Armor, so that can really put a quick clock. So no, he does not have the armor yet. And the fact that he's playing this card, I still probably can play both of these cards, Ethereal Armor and the Guide Mutter, in the same Ethereal Armor deck. Okay, that's a good blocker. And that means that I don't have to play the Faceless Agent, and I have an untapped land. So let's go ahead and Bitter Reunion. We'll get a land and an artifact into the graveyard. Then I'll probably chump the Spirited Companion next turn if I'm given the option. I like this. I'll have a creature, so I'll have Delirium once you get the enchantment. And the other thing I can do is toss the agent. But then I think it's going to be harder to get an artifact and land into the graveyard. I mean, I still have ways to do it, but I think the block here is a more viable way. Oh, it's unfortunate. It was one card deeper. I could have gotten drawn into it and then done the combo. Let's give my combo the Death Touch. So hopefully we get this familiar into the graveyard. So you could give it another flying, another attack in, or you can play a trick and make my guy a chump block, and I'd still block it. Because this turn I have an untapped land, so I literally have I didn't ramp, but so it's a turn 5 combo, wipe the opponent's board. So turn 5 Plague Wind, and still have a threat in play that can keep Plague Winding the opponent. Pretty good situation to be in on turn 5. Alright, use your tricks, opponent. No. You're not supposed to just trade it off. Alright, play more creatures to the board that just get wrathed. Nothing survives this in Pauper. There's no indestructible cards. Permanently indestructible. There's definitely cards that give indestructible. Yeah, that's certainly fine by me. All right, opponent. Feel the wrath of my combo. All right. So, sometimes if I had a land, I would potentially wait to get an answer to his pacifism. That's going to come down on the Zealot, but I don't think there's any kind of point to waiting when I'm in this situation, and I can go again with the combo. All right, so let's go ahead and grab up my... Interesting. It's a weird combo. So normally that needs to be life gain. So we got it again, opponent. Do you have another answer? Fortunately, it looks like this one's not going to have haste, which is worse against a white deck because they probably have most of the removal as sorcery speed based. Except for this one. This is a solid removal spell. Especially because there's that adventure creature that taps down creatures that you can play in an aggro white deck. So, okay, not scary. A little bit scary, but I like him using cards from his hand. Means it's less likely he'll be able to answer my next Gouged Zealot. Alright, I'm at 16 life. Do I need to hurry up and play it? I don't think I do. I think I go ahead and let's go ahead and see what Cleansing Wildfire into. And then we can use that information. Let's go ahead and get our island, potentially counter stuff if I draw into a counter. Alright. So there's a lot of spells that protect his princess from my removal spells. I think I'll go ahead and wait till he attacks, and then I'll fire off my worst removal spell, and then I'll go ahead and fire off this one the next turn if he somehow protects it. Having this high of life total means that I'm in a pretty good shape. Alright, so my Fire Jumper won't work. So I'll go ahead and make him use both the removal spells. Okay, or both his protection spells, but he didn't have anything, so that's game. Alright, so 2-1, and then with the first deck, and then 2-1 with Grixis Zealot. Hope you enjoyed. Again, comment down below if you have any other decks you want to see played.